Hey, this is Louis D. Fresh bringing it to you on a Friday afternoon. I hope you're doing well. I don't think you've ever seen my new little office here. There's the outside there. I don't have my own office this time. I share it with my assistant. I think that's their stuff back there. It's Lourdes, and my friend over. Well, you can't see it. Is our technology guy, David, and me. Louis D. Fresh. You see my fish that I haven't talked about yet? I told you I was going to get a, you see I got the little heater going, the little LED light going. Gotta do a video about that. But not yet. And you see my little Yankee stuff and my mom's paintings and all that fun stuff. So anyway, what we're going to talk about on your YouTube channel is a college portion. This was inspired by Juan, the one of our seniors in my volunteer school. And it's just little tips on what to do when you're writing your college essay. I'm not going to tell you what to do right today, but it's just little things to keep in mind when you're writing your college essay. So that's my little canvas starting here. College application essay tips, quick tips, so you don't freak out. Gave you some ideas, so when you are writing the essay, you'll have to keep these things in the back of your brain. So it's not to go too long here. I just have, I think, 6 little tips here. 1, and this is really, really, really important. Answer the question. Answer the question or questions. I asked Juan as an example, what was the question? He said, no, it's whatever, what you choose the question. I believe you, Juan, but it's always important to make sure that whatever, you got to be really specific. What are they looking for? So double, triple check what the question is to stay on topic, because you don't want to start talking about apples when they're asking about oranges. So that's why I said the little question mark and the 3 little dots answering that question. 2, use specific information about what you're talking about. So if we're talking about, because I don't think Juan wants to talk about baseball, right? So let's talk about baseball. Let's talk about that topic. Don't start talking about your grades. Don't talk about your home life. Don't talk about your friends. Talk about whatever it is. In this case, for Juan, it was baseball. Just stay with the information and stay with it and highlight what was important to you to kind of fit in that missing piece of the puzzle. What is important? What is it that the reasoning why you're writing this, to give those people who are reading your essay a better glimpse into who you are. So that's important, to stay on topic, to get what you really want. Just get it there. Be specific and answer the question. Alrighty, moving on. Create a narrative. Start with a good hook, as my little hook there. Set the stage as any good story. Make sure that there's some good stuff going on there. Like you may say, "Hey, man, it was a rough night playing baseball, but we made it through." Now you got the reader going. Give me something that's gonna make me, oh wow, let me read more. Whatever whatever you want to talk about, whatever it is that you're thinking about, make it your own, make it special, make it that you're gonna, hey, this I want to keep reading. That's really important. Number 4, put yourself in the reader's shoes. What do I mean by that is that a lot of these people who require essays, not every college requires essays. A lot of the public institutions, the bigger public institutions, don't require essays because there's just too many applications. They would literally spend months reading through applications. But for the smaller schools, they usually will want one. And remember, they are going to be reading hundreds of essays. Sometimes, without joking, 100 or 200 essays a day. So you want to it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Keep it interesting. Because you have to remember, that you got to imagine they're reading over essay after essay after essay after essay. Make sure that it gets people like thinking, ooh, I didn't know that. Wow. Hey, that's an interesting tidbit. I never thought about that. Because that's going to keep the reader engaged. Because that's really important. You can't emphasize that enough. Write it down if you need to. These people are going to be reading essays for hours at a time. And so you want to make sure that yours is going to stand out. Don't exaggerate. Don't lie. But keep them engaged. And number 5, I cannot emphasize, in my opinion, number 1 and number 5 are the most important. 1 is to definitely answer the question. And number 5, this is, I think, is the most important. Go through multiple drafts. I know people use more computers than anything else nowadays, or whatever the case may be. What I would do, this is me, when I say revise, when you're looking at it through a careful lens there, and number 1, don't worry about the clock. Just do it. Just sit and write it. So when you're revising it, read it to yourself. Read it out loud. Don't read it like that. Don't silently read it out loud. You catch a lot of mistakes like that. Because if you're finding that you may have talking about and then you don't have any periods, any commas, anything, you have a run-on sentence there. Check out, make sure that it sounds correct. Not what you may talk about, like, we speak differently on text, differently on the phone. Make sure you're using proper English. Have somebody else look over it. That's why I put this picture here besides the computer. Is have somebody else look at it. Have an adult look at it. Have me look at it for volunteer school. Have other people look at it because because sometimes I'm thinking about Huang as an example. English is not his native language. You want to make sure that it sounds right, that you're using the right tenses. Past tense, present tense, you're talking about future tense, you're talking about you're talking about someone else. What are you talking about? Because you may say, I'm talking about this and I'm talking about that, then you put he. And then that's first person, third person, there's a difference in persons. So that's really, really important that you want to make sure that you indent. I did that for Huang. I think I had to show him how to indent twice, which is fine. That's why I'm here. Make sure that you indent, make sure that you put periods, put what you need to do, make sure it's grammatically correct, because that really goes a long way, sometimes just as equally as what you got to say. So I can't emphasize that enough. Go through multiple drafts. Don't worry about it. Make sure that if it asks for a number, a certain number of words, that it doesn't go over that. Make sure you don't go grossly under it. Make sure that you use because you are going to type it on the computer, make sure that you use 12 font, not 10, not 11, not 14, 12. Make sure that you use something like Times Roman, something regular English font. Don't get crazy. Don't use contractions. Do not use contractions. I can't. Those are all little tricks of the trade, because that will really accentuate your essay. And last but not least, number 6, be vulnerable, show emotion. However, do not do a sob story, right? Show emotion, feelings of triumph, feelings of like you get on top of the mountain, feeling of struggle that you've made it through. People don't want to hear about you. As horrible as it sounds, I understand. Unfortunately, parents die. Unfortunately, you have siblings that may die. You may have gone through a terrible accident. And I know. And people go through diseases, cancer, God forbid. All kinds of different things that people go through that you just kind of amazed that they can get up in the morning. But the idea is they don't want to necessarily hear you sobbing and oh my God, my life is so horrible. They want to hear, maybe briefly touch on it, but want to hear how you got to that top of the mountain. That is what they want to hear. They don't want to hear about how you're crying. They want to hear about how you have succeeded. Write that down. How you have succeeded, and not necessarily how sad life may be. And that's all I got. I just wanted to keep it nice and brief. Like I said, I'm here in my office. We are going to talk about that. This will be. I've never talked about that little fish tank. It took me a little bit to get it under control, get the algae under control, figure out what I need to do. You see, there's a little cover on it, so we have to definitely talk about it. But not today. But a little enticing for the future. But I wanted to share those things about tips for the college essay, and thank you, Huang, because you definitely inspired me to do this little video. So I hope this helps. Please make sure you get those essays revised, get them going, submit them, and hopefully you'll get into the college that you choose, that you want, because it's your future, not mine. It's yours. So Louis D. Fresh, make it a great day.